Howdy everyone, this is Zach with RPGFan with an early hands-on look at Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake. That's right folks, it's finally here. Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake will release on November 14th of this year. I had the chance to spend 45 minutes exploring the early part of the game at Summer Game Fest's Playdays, and at the end of that time, I had tears in my eyes. Not just because I got to play a new version of a game that means so much to me, but also because it's clear that so much loving care has been put into this remake to make it palatable to modern audiences and still remarkably faithful to the classic that Dragon Quest III is. For those unfamiliar with Dragon Quest III, in many ways it's the start of the series narratively. I won't go into why because I don't want to spoil you, but I can say you play as the son of Ortega, a hero who tried to conquer a great evil many years before, but failed. On your 16th birthday, you're summoned before the king, who sends you on a quest to finish the job your father couldn't. Defeat the evil shrouding the world and restore peace. After that, you head to the local tavern to recruit 3 people to join you on your quest, each with their own chosen job class, and you're off. And that's where we picked up the hands-on. The first thing that struck me was that early Dragon Quest is just downright perfect for the HD-2D look. The beautiful town simply popped against the purposefully pixelated character models. When I walked out into the field, I was surrounded by rolling hills and lush forests, and when I entered combat, the monster models were a little pixelated too, but with a lot more detail than they could have added on the NES. Put simply, Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake looks amazing, and we've certainly come a long way since the first Octopath Traveler. I was confident Square Enix would do a great job with the look, but updating some of the NES mechanics and game design for a modern audience seemed like a tall task. They addressed my concerns in a variety of ways. Anyone who has played the original Dragon Quest games, or even the updated versions they've released over the years, knows that a large portion of the gameplay loop is talking to townspeople to figure out where you're supposed to go. It can often be opaque and difficult to figure out, though they were starting to make it a little easier by Dragon Quest III. And what about level grinding? In the original, you needed to spend a fair amount of time knocking out the monsters around town if you wanted to have any chance to progress through that dungeon out there in the distance. Luckily, the developers have done a ton to lower the barrier of entry into the world of Dragon Quest III. First, you have both a larger map and a mini-map of every field area and dungeon you traverse. There's also a marker showing where you need to go next. Additionally, they've added a memory system, where you can press a button to commit what the last person told you to memory. You can remember up to 30 things people have said to you, and delete them if your memories start to fill up. Luckily, if you want something more akin to the original experience, you can turn these features off. But even for this old man, I appreciate the added convenience. They've also added 3 difficulty settings: Draki Quest for a difficulty-free experience, Dragon Quest for normal difficulty, and Draconian Quest. I played in Dragon Quest mode and didn't need to level grind at any point to progress through the first couple of dungeons of the game, but there was still a fair challenge. When I have more time, I'm confident I'll turn that difficulty up, if for nothing else than that I kind of miss level grinding in old school RPGs, and I want that experience. But luckily, I don't think it will be required on the normal difficulty. That's good, because there are plenty of enemies out on the world map, and if you want to find all the little items and secrets, you'll be fighting them a lot. Sparkling resource points are dotted around the map, which give you healing items like herbs and antidotes, and even cash. There are also larger areas on the map you can enter that will usually have an NPC and a chest containing something much more useful, like a weapon. These are just a few more ways the HD-2D Remake is looking to alleviate the experience for newcomers. For returners like me, it re-incentivizes me to explore the map I've already experienced over 30 years ago. Outside of all the little details that make this game more approachable, this is still Dragon Quest III through and through. While the developers claimed they've added new story content to make the world a bit richer, the story and opening moments played out how I remember. Go to a town and chat with some people, and they direct you to a tower to grab a key. Go grab that key from the top of the tower. Drop off, if you know that tower, to head back to the town and open up a door. Many of the NPCs have voice dialogue, and while that certainly changed things a little, I still felt like I was playing Dragon Quest III, and I couldn't ask for anything more. That same feeling extends to the combat as well. Sure, things look a lot better, and there's no black background, but combat feels just right. This time you flip between a third-person view while selecting commands, and the classic first-person view while the round plays out. You can assign AI commands to party members to make things go a little quicker too. It's nothing new, but it's sure a whole lot flashier, and that's exactly what I want. One thing I didn't have a chance to test is the job system. The original Dragon Quest III presented one of the first significant job systems in the genre, and during our playthrough, the PR rep said that things have been tweaked to be more robust. However, in the early going, I didn't get to see anything beyond a little icon next to the characters' names to indicate what job they are. So, thankfully, yes, Dragon Quest III HD-2 Remake is still Dragon Quest. Is it exactly like you remember? No. But that's for the better. And if you've never had a chance to check out Dragon Quest III, or the entire series for that matter before, this is the perfect place to do it. It retains the soul of the original while making it accessible to everyone. And it looks gorgeous while doing it. Truly, it looks to be a triumph, and well worth the long wait since it was first announced over 3 years ago. And that wraps up our hands-on with Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake. It releases on November 14th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. All relevant links are in the description below, including the written version. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel, and be sure to check out RPGFan.com for more previews, reviews, news, features, and more. And thanks for watching.